Life has never been simple for me. When I was a little girl, my mother died. Her loss changed everything. Later in life, things became even harder. My husband left me when our youngest daughter was still a tiny baby. He walked out of our home and never returned. He never called to ask about the children. He never sent a single dollar. It was like he erased us from his life. From that day on, I have been alone, raising my 3 daughters with my own 2 hands. I do not have parents to help me. I do not have brothers or sisters to support me. I do not live in a big house. I do not have savings or extra money. I stay in a small, simple apartment in Willow Creek. Every month the rent comes. Every month I worry about how to pay it. But still, I keep going. I don't have a fancy job. I never went to college. I don't have many choices. But I do have one thing: strength. I refuse to give up. I work as a cleaner. I do not work for a company. I do not have a boss who gives me regular work. Every month, I search for houses and offices that need cleaning. I take my own cleaning supplies, my old mop, my bucket, my brushes, and I work from morning until late at night. I scrub floors, I wash bathrooms, I wipe windows, I take out trash. Some people speak kindly to me. Some talk to me like I am nothing. Some do not even pay what they promised. But still, I continue. I clean because I have to. I need food for my daughters. I need clothes for them. I need to pay the rent so they have a place to sleep. I work when I am exhausted. I work when I am sick. I work even when my heart feels heavy and my eyes want to cry. Sometimes at night, I stand by my daughters' beds and look at their sleeping faces. They look so peaceful, so beautiful, like little angels. I touch their hands gently. I kiss their warm foreheads. I whisper, "I love you so much." I want to give them a better life. I want them to grow up strong, safe, and happy. I want them to have all the things I never got. But the truth is, life can be cruel. One cold evening, after finishing a long cleaning job, I was walking my daughters home. The weather was awful. The sky was dark. Heavy rain poured down. The sidewalks were slippery with ice. My oldest daughter, Sophia, held my hand tightly. Chloe and little Lily followed close behind. Lily shivered and said softly, "Mama, I'm cold." She was only 5 years old. "I know, my love," I told her. "We'll reach home very soon." I pulled her close and wrapped my scarf around her tiny shoulders. The street was almost empty. The streetlights were dim. The air felt lonely. I held my daughter's hands even tighter. My head was full of worry. My heart felt uneasy. Then suddenly, a bright light, a loud crash, a sharp pain. Everything turned dark. When I opened my eyes again, I saw a bright white ceiling above me. I heard beeping sounds. I smelled medicine. I realized I was in a hospital. I tried to move, but pain shot through my body. My head felt heavy. My arms were weak. Then the memory of the accident hit me. My daughters. Where were they? Were they safe? My voice cracked as I whispered, "Sophia, Chloe, Lily." A nurse walked in and came to my side. She had a gentle face and kind eyes. "Please don't try to move too much," she said softly. "You were in a serious accident." My heart raced. "My daughters," I whispered again. "Where are my daughters?" She touched my hand with care. "They're here," she said. "They're okay. They were scared, but they are safe." Tears filled my eyes. My chest felt warm with relief. "I want to see them," I said, my voice shaking. A few minutes later, the door opened. 3 small figures rushed into the room. "Mama!" they cried at once. They climbed onto the bed gently, hugging me with their tiny arms. They kissed my cheeks and held my hands like they never wanted to let go. Tears ran down my face as I held them close. I thanked God again and again. In that moment, I felt the greatest truth of my life. I may have nothing, but I have everything that truly matters. The doctor walked into my room. His face looked serious, and I could tell something was wrong. He took a deep breath before speaking. "You have a broken leg," he said slowly. "You will need surgery, and after that, a lot of rest. Your body needs time to heal." My heart dropped. My chest felt tight. "But I can't rest," I said, almost shaking. "I have to work. I have to pay rent. I have to buy food for my daughters. I cannot stop working." The doctor looked at me with sad eyes. "I understand," he said softly, "but right now you must take care of your health." Then something even worse came to my mind. The cleaning supplies I had borrowed from a friend were destroyed in the accident. I couldn't afford to replace them. And during the fall, I had accidentally damaged the front window of a very expensive store. The owner was demanding $20,000. I did not even have $20. My whole world fell apart. I covered my face and cried hard. My daughters cried with me. I felt empty. I felt hopeless. I felt like I had reached the end. But the next morning, something surprising happened. Someone had shared my story online. People started reading it. They saw pictures of my daughters. They learned about my struggles and pain, and many kind strangers began sending help, money, prayers, messages. People who didn't even know me wanted to support me. Then, one afternoon, my phone rang. A deep, calm voice spoke. "I heard about what happened to you," the man said. "I want to help." I froze. I didn't know what to say. "Who are you?" I asked nervously. He replied, "You'll find out soon." 2 days later, a group of people walked into my hospital room. They carried flowers, warm jackets for my daughters, and bags of food. My girls' faces lit up with joy. Then a young man stepped forward. He had gentle eyes and a warm smile. He sat down beside me. "You don't know me, but I know your story," he said. I looked at him, confused and emotional. "Why would you help someone like me?" I asked. He smiled again, softly. "Because I can, and because you deserve a chance." Tears ran down my cheeks. "I don't know what to say," I whispered. He touched my hand lightly. "You don't need to say anything." A few days later, something unbelievable happened. The young man and his team paid all my hospital bills, every single one. I no longer had to worry about how I would pay for surgery or treatment. The weight on my shoulders felt lighter. But that wasn't the end. One morning, they told me they wanted to take me and my daughters somewhere. We drove to a quiet neighborhood. There, in front of us, was a beautiful house. Big, safe, warm, and filled with light. "This is for you," they said. I stared at the house, unable to speak. "For me?" I whispered. "Yes," they replied. "You don't have to pay rent ever again. This is your new home." My legs felt weak. I fell to my knees and cried loudly. My daughters hugged me tightly, crying with me. "Is this real?" I asked. "Yes," they said. "This is real." For the first time in many years, I felt hope. One day, as we settled into our new life, the young man asked me, "What is your biggest dream?" I wiped my tears and said, "I want to open a bakery, a small one. I want to make bread and cakes. I want something stable for my family." He smiled and said, "Then let's make that dream come true." And he did. A few months later, with his support, I opened my own bakery. The smell of fresh bread filled the air. People came in smiling. My daughters helped after school. For the first time in my life, I was not working for survival. I was working with pride and happiness. I was no longer a tired cleaning lady. I was no longer a scared mother with no money. I became a business owner, a stronger woman, a happier mother. I will never forget that young man. He changed my life forever. He showed me that the world still has good people. He proved that real kindness exists. And he reminded me that miracles can happen even when life feels impossible. I started with nothing. And now I have everything that truly matters. A home, a future, and a joyful family. Thank you, my dear subscriber, for staying with me until the end of this story. Your support means so much to me. I hope this story touched your heart. Remember, no matter how dark life becomes, there is always hope. There are always kind people, and your life can change in ways you never imagined. Stay strong, believe in goodness, and never give up on tomorrow.